Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to I'm Back. What a trip. All my trips have been phenomenal. I got a whole bunch in store for you. You're going to love what's going on. The way it's set up, you're going to experience my whole trip as if you were right there sitting right there with me, as if you were right in the passenger seat with me and I was a driver. Like we're there together. You're going to love this. So tune in. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment. And push the bell too so that you get notified. I want to know your thoughts, how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Because at the end of the day, this is all for you. I know what I did on my trip. I know what I did. Now you need to know what I did and jump in the seat with me and we could travel together. So my next trip, and which I was really excited about, was, and it was a place that I've been wanting to go to for a while, was in Cancun in Mexico. I'd never been there before, but I heard a lot of good things about there. So I was like, let me get this together and get over there. Now, the year prior, or a few years prior to that, I had gone to Jamaica at one point uh, in September, in or around September. And I saw that my flight, for whatever reason, and the accommodations was really cheap. Now, mind you, this was COVID, but I was able to secure a deal down the last minute. It was something like $1,300 for like a week stay at a very nice resort in Jamaica. So, and the method that I used at that time was I waited until more towards the last minute before booking, and I saw that the price kept dropping at that particular time of the year. I'm not sure if that's how it always is, but or if that's what it always was, but it just happened to work out that way. So with Mexico, a similar thing happened. I checked the prices 1 week. I checked for 2 weeks moving forward, and I saw that the prices were still up a bit. I checked again, and then I checked a date that was closer, maybe within the week, and I saw that the price was low. So I said, you know what? Let me check or let me book a flight, because I knew it didn't really matter to me if I went last minute or if I booked last minute or if I booked prior to or uh, a good amount of time beforehand. Didn't really make a difference to me because I knew I was gonna go at some point towards that end of the month of September anyways, or middle of the month of September. So what I did is I waited until the very last minute and I was able to secure a trip to the Royalton resort for 4 days, I believe it was, which kind of turned out to being like 3 full days. So I booked that online, and it came to just under 1,200, maybe 1,100 Canadian dollars, something like that. Now, it was a friend of mine. She had wanted to go too. She wanted to go too, so she got to book for around the same price as well, just around 1,100, $1,200. But anyways, we ended up going over to Cancun, or we ended up booking a flight to go to Cancun. The flight was actually sometime early afternoon to mid-afternoon. Met over there and went, checked in, and then went to get on the flight to get over to Cancun. Now, who I booked through, or who we both booked through, was Sunwing. Now, Sunwing, they happen to have, a lot of times you'll Google like cheap resort stays or flights or hotel or vacation packages. They'll have a lot that they would have available to people at whatever given time. So that's what the case was at that particular time, and it was a good price. So went into the airport, checked in, and then waited there. Just went to the lounge for a while, got a couple drinks, got some food. I think they were serving like wine. It was like wine or something. It was kind of early in the day too. I don't generally drink that early in the day, but it was all good. It was okay. I mean, early afternoon in Spain, that's like almost night for them to be drinking. So and Italy and some of these other places. So that's fine. So we ended up getting in there, getting over to the lounge, eating food, having some drinks, and then in the terminal we had gone into was Terminal 3. Now, while we were sitting in the lounge, you could see, and I think we even got the message too, that the flight was delayed a few hours. And you know what? Actually, I think it was even mentioned to us after, because we had gone into Terminal 3 and we had to take a shuttle that brought us to like an off-site kind of part of the airport in another area where planes fly out of. It wasn't directly in Terminal 3, so we took the shuttle, went over to that side and flew out from there. So we left from there. We left from the Terminal 3, went over there. We were in that part, and I believe I got the message while in there, if I'm not mistaken, while being in that side. Now, I think it was a delay of like maybe like 4 hours or something like that. It was quite some time, because I remember because of that, they had given something like, I think it was like 20 to 30 dollar vouchers. 20 to 30, I believe it was. Was it 50? I think it was like 25, something like that. A voucher to go get some snacks or food or whatever it was. But on that side, there wasn't really any food. They only had a couple little delis and convenience stores where you could just buy different drinks and snacks and candy and chocolate bars and stuff like that. Anyway, we were there for a while, for a period of time. I even fell asleep in there in the airport waiting for this plane to arrive. I'm not even certain what the delay was about, but there was a delay in there. Eventually, after snoozing for a bit, getting up, the plane was ready for us to check in. We were right in the direct area anyways, so we were ready to, not check in, ready to board the flight. So at that point, we were ready to board. We got on to the flight. The flight took, I can't remember the amount of hours to get to Cancun that the flight took, but we got on the plane. Landed sometime in the night. It was dark outside, that's all I know. It was dark. I want to say it was probably like maybe 9, 10, around that time. But by the time we got to the hotel, oh no, because we got to this hotel pretty late, probably even like 11, 12. It's pretty late by the time we got there. But I remember being at the airport too, and one thing that really stuck out to me when I was in the airport, I looked down and I saw the biggest cockroach that I had ever seen in my life. Just walking, I was like, God damn, am I gonna have to get used to this? While being here, these big ass cockroaches. Luckily for me, I'd never seen one again for the time I was there, but that was a really big cockroach, very big. Cockroaches are like the most nastiest thing on earth. But we saw it when we got over there, and this was outside of the airport. So when we were outside, they had different lines for different resorts. And it might have been the resorts or for the airlines, one or the other. I think it may have been the resorts though. And so they had different lineups for people going to different places. We were going to the Royalton.
Big guy, Royalton? 24, 20. Where are you going?
Royalton.
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 Hotel, Royalton Hotel.
No, no, no. No, solo
No,
Rio de la Mar.
not Rio, no. Rio de la Mar? No.
No, solo Rio de la Mar.
Solo Rio? Solo Rio? So,
Este next Sunset Princess.
no. No. Royalton.
Royalton. Royalton.
Royalton?
Royalton.
Minivan? Oh, minivan. Okay. Gracias. When we left from the airport, the shuttle that we're traveling in, it stopped along the way at all the resorts on the way over there. So we drove around Cancun for a period of time before actually getting over to our destination.
Ever was supposed to be a high-end joint.
We probably stopped at like maybe 5 or 6 different resorts before even getting there. Maybe ours was like further along the lines because we were like one of the last ones left in there by the time we had arrived to our destination. When I pulled up there, the Royalton looked really royal, or it looked like a really nice, well-kept hotel. Outside was laid out nicely. I saw the big Royalton sign, and so I was pleased to be there because it looked really good just from downstairs, just getting in there.
Your baggage?
Mm-hmm.
No more?
No.
Okay, guys. I need your sign. Your sign. Your sign and your sign. And guys, I hope don't bother you. In the service, the tip is not included. The tip is what you like to give.
I only came with card. I didn't know about the tip there. Card, like cash?
Yes.
No cash, no cash. So there you
If
go.
you like, I give credit card.
You credit card?
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes. Sorry, your sign and here.
Yeah, that's over there.
You sign and here. And you sign and here. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I just signed over here.
Sí,
Oh,
you
yeah.
signature.
I was happy to be at that particular place. Now, I'd read some reviews online and it sounded like it was a nice, overall, they had very nice accommodations. So I was pleased and I liked what we had gotten into. So I got inside, got into the Royalton, got to check in for the room. And what they had given was a band. After checking in, gave her our ID and the reservations and whatever else came along with it. And they gave us a band. So the band, you're supposed to keep on for the duration of the time that you're there. Now you need to return the band upon leaving when you're checking out. Otherwise they charge you for having the band after leaving. Should have been maybe 80, 100 American dollars, something like that. But nonetheless, got our band and went up to the room.
15. What number you want?
3, so you know 3 right now.
3. I didn't realize it was 15 now.
That's all good. That's all good. What number you all going to?
Oh, we'll go to 3 for now.
Welcome, 3.
What's this right? This is nice. Shower. That's nice. The hell you want? This is the door. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to open up that door. Yeah, what? It's nice out there.
Now the room that we're in was maybe one level below where the roof was. And on top of the roof, which I'll get into later on, had a bunch of different activities up there, restaurants and things. But anyways, we were like one level below it. It was a really nice view outside. We could see there was water right in front of where our balcony was. So you could look outside and we saw that it was a really nice view, even in the night with the lights. The room itself was really well kept. It had a nice layout. Everything in there was exactly the way you would have pictured a nice room to look. So it was well put together. The room itself, beautiful. And I went around the room and looked at it. I had to get a view of what it was that I was gonna be staying in for the next few days. And I was absolutely enamored by it. I loved it. Oh, even in the night, they also had these, because we're hungry, but they have 24-hour room service.
Let's see what we got here. Full meals. You can get this any time of the day, 24/7.
So in the nighttime, you can order food at whatever time of the night. It's a very limited selection in the late night, but there are nonetheless a lot of different snacks, different things you can order and eat at any period of time of the day. You can order things, you get drinks. I can't remember if there was alcohol. There may have been too. But there was a number of different things that they had on there that you could just order through the TV, which was you click it on the TV, they'd have it. Somehow you ordered on the TV through the menus that they had. And so we ordered what we had wanted, probably some small stuff, chilled out for a little bit, and then called it a night. Didn't I tell you would like it? And since you did like it, you gotta do me a favor. You gotta push like and subscribe and push the bell too so that you get notified. Don't forget to comment and let me know the places you want me to travel to and what you want to see, because your loved ones and the people that you like out there, or maybe you don't like them, but I think they'll like it too. So like, share, subscribe. And stay tuned for the next part because you're gonna love it. You're absolutely gonna love what's coming next. What we have coming next, you're gonna love it.